collapse. I'm from the mud, so you know I adapt. You was a bitch, you ain't getting no doubt.
What is up, guys? We'll be back in you again, and today we'll be talking about the PS5 game specs, price, release dates, and much more. So, you know, it's finally 2020, right? That's what's up. So, you know, Sony's next generation console, the PlayStation 5, is approaching its launch sometime during this holiday season, but the announcement we're having is going to be coming this week or next week, somewhere in February 4th, 5th, something like that. But you know, Sony's to begin to reveal some of the first details about the next gen plans with PS5, and they only expect to continue obviously the months ahead. So the first thing that we know is that the console's official name obviously is the PlayStation 5. So you know the logo that's just like the 2019's basically that they just revealed. Nothing special about it, but just a logo, which it's good to see that we finally have it. So, you know that the PS4 backwards compatibility and the SSD storage, and it will support PSVR, and that's going to be a big plus for us that we will definitely have. But the company also outlined some green energy efficient initiatives while planning the next generation. So Sony follows the outline for how the PS4 was properly unveiled. We can expect that it has a host for special PlayStation meeting events on the PS4 and PS5. So there's been speculation that an event could take place in February 2020, and obviously that is kind of true. So Sony hasn't made an official announcement at this time, but we did hear something already. But you know, as we learn things ahead of time with the prices, launch game lineup, and Sony's plans to roll out new info. So the venue, you might just expect, obviously last year's E3, Sony skipped it, and they will be skipping E3 2020 because they got their own stuff. But there's a bunch of stuff below that I do want to talk about, and that's the PS5 release dates. So you know the questions on everybody's mouth: when is the PS5 coming out? You know, we expect that it's probably a lip sealed thing where they don't want to tell us what date, but it is holiday 2020, and that's the release window for the PS5. So the company has no more specific than obviously that, but Microsoft has provided the same vague windows on November that's been frequent since last one. But the price, obviously Sony has not said how much it's going to be, so it's still kind of on the mind, probably $499, $599, we don't know. But the last one was obviously $499. I believe so. So is the PS5 going to be backwards compatible with games? Cerny did announce, and I mean not announce, he did confirm that the PS5 will be backwards compatible with the PS4 games. But the two consoles are built upon similar internal architectures that has those, I mean, we're disappointed by the PS4's lack of backwards compatibility, which we thought we were going to have it through this whole time, but obviously we don't. But we will be having that on the PS5, which is a plus for us, which I'm kind of hoping that you know, we get it right on the spot. But the PS5 specs and disk drives that contains AMD chips that CPU based on 3rd generation Ryzen, has 8 cores of 7 nanometers Zen 2 microchips. The console supports 8K gameplay, but of course will be dependent upon TV's sizes, not sizes, but graphics wise. But the information in the SSD is a big detail too, for games that are a little faster and be able to handle more objects on screen at once than current HDD driven consoles. The final details of the PS5 is obviously around the Xbox1S all digital edition. I mean, that doesn't include a disk drive, but the PS5 will include disk drive. We'll still be able to buy physical games. The PS5 disc will also have a capacity of 100 gigabytes, and the console will support 4K Blu-rays. So you know, 4K visuals at 120 Hz for those who have TVs that can support, and has a refresh rate around double the standards. Okay, so PS5 controllers. Okay, here we go. So Sony has opened up its vision for PS5's controllers by saying, like, one of the goals of the next generation is to deepen feelings of immersion, to play games, have the opportunity with the new controller. I'm hoping to have a better controller. I mean, we have good ones, but more updated one. I want to see what they can do with the controllers, for no man. If you guys know what it is or think, put in the comment sections below. But I think that it'll be pretty good to have a new PSVR for the PS5, unless we gotta wait half a year when the PS5 is already out to actually get the game. But guys, if you guys have any questions, guys, make sure you guys do drop a like, drop a sub, turn the bells on. If you find more information, put in the comment section. Love to hear about it more. Today, guys, peace.